when that walleye hits with beginners, what I'll tell them is to come over to the rod. You know, he's starting to hit that rod tip, it's starting to pull down. I'll tell them to come over, let them get a hold of it where there's tension, come over, start reeling on the pole holder, then pick up. And what that'll do with some of these flimsier rods is that helps load that rod tip, helps set that hook, and then they don't tend to come off. Now, with more experienced people, a lot of times we'll tell them to kind of feed them that fish, feed them that bait. And what you're doing is you're letting that pressure off, and they're gonna start to re-grab that bait again, and you know, feed it to them, and then just give them a sweeping motion. And it's not like a bass hook set or a real aggressive hook set, but it's just a good pressure sweeping motion, and that tends to work really good too. So, and
we saw Bobby do that earlier, so he came back with the bait a little bit and then came forward with that sweeping motion.
Yep, and it worked great.
Yeah,
it's not like a steelhead set where, you know, you got to get that hook in it real quick. It's one of those things that the if you jerk on it real fast, you're going to pull it out of their mouth. Because of the way they bite, because of the way they're picking that bait up, you can't jerk on them real fast. So you've got to kind of sweep it, and that's something that's really hard, you know, especially for a steelhead and salmon fisherman to get through his head. It takes a little bit to understand that after you miss like 20 fish in a row, you know.
It's funny because I had to pause and remind myself, Rob and I just got back from Sitka, and
and your yard and shit.
And I wanted to yard that in, but they have a pretty sensitive mouth, these walleye, right? Will it tear out of their mouth if I do that?
No, it's not sensitive. It's just the way that they bite. You saw they peck.
They're working up the worm, maybe.
Huh? Well, they're staying with it, and you've got to time that just right, and you've got to sweep it, because if you turn around and jerk it, you just pull it right out of their mouth.
Gotcha. Okay, so it has nothing to do with the weak mouth. It's just more sensitive bite that they're doing. You want to feed it to them, swoop.
Yeah.
So
that's why
feed it to them, swoop it. Yes. Don't yard it in.
Yeah. No, that's where you see. Well, just like what Shane was doing, you just dump a little bit of line, is what it does. It gets them wound up, and then you sweep set.
Okay, got it.
And I wished I could have everybody do that.
Yeah, I know.
You know, my problem with some of that is, you know, you tell a person that doesn't fish, or you tell a person that is a bass fisherman or something, is they'll drop that rod tip real quick, and then they'll just set hook, and, you know, extreme slack isn't good. And then they're setting hook on slack, and it's just jerking that hook right back out of the fish's mouth. And so, you know, I mean, it's definitely, there's a lot of ways to catch them, there's a lot of ways to hook them, but that sweeping motion is a good way. Feed it to them, and then just gently, smooth, sweeping forward motion.